Good morning. My name is Natalie Turvey and I am Director and Principal Psychologist at Drop of Life Psychology Clinic and the author of Unbreakable Relationships for Self-Lovers and Others. And I am doing, of course, my vlog challenge, and I'm up to vlog number, I want to say 16, I'm pretty sure it is. And today I'm doing 3 steps, or to give you some tools on how, 3 steps to have fair fighting in relationships. So this is obviously, I do couples in clinic, and it's an issue that comes up. But before I get started, I thought I might just touch on the fact that in relationships, majority of couples issues are what you would call perpetual issues, meaning our job is not to fix them or change them, or we'll change them, yes, but not to solve them completely. It's to manage them differently, because they're perpetual. They are going to keep occurring over and over again. So it is really good to have some, hi Heidi, it is really good to have some tools on how, and Wendy, on how to manage these conflicts that come up over and over again. So the first one is to understand that conflict is not bad. Conflict is actually good. You grow when you have conflict, but you just must do it well, and it can't be detrimental to your relationship. But conflict is good. We actually grow from conflict. The second thing is that, most important one really, is that you attack the issue and not the person. And so what I mean by that is, when we're talking about an issue, so let's say budgeting, the issue is the money and the spending of money and how we spend money, but it's not the person, meaning you're an idiot, you've spent all the money, what are you doing, you silly person. That's now attacking the person, and what that person will do then is become defensive, and then we get into conflict. So attacking the issue that you're challenging and working towards, not the person. And the last one is, well, to take it in turn. Well, there's a couple actually, so there's probably more than 3. Take it in turns. So communication is all about talking to each other and not at each other. So it's you talk, I talk, you talk, I talk, I give, you give, I give, you give, and that's how communication structure and language structure is set up. So it's really useful when you're doing conflict or having fair fighting, that you both get turns to say your piece and to say your content as well. And big key with any issues that arise is don't stonewall. And stonewall just simply means, initially it's used because you become physiologically aroused, meaning the stress hormones are released into your body, but then we shut down and we turn off mentally and emotionally, and sometimes physically as well, meaning we turn away from people. So if you are overwhelmed with emotions during arguments or discussions, then your job is to notice that and to self-soothe, and then come back and deal with the issue. And remember that you are going to stay on the topic, and that topic only, and don't get derailed, because that's probably one of the biggest things I see with couples trying to solve a problem is, or not only couples but anyone really, is when they're talking about an issue. Let's go back to budgeting. And suddenly we're no longer talking about budgeting, we're talking about the fact that you bought shoes and you've got 12 pairs of shoes. So it's no longer about the fact that we've got budgeting issues, it's now about an individual's spending habits, instead of we're working together to make this different. So staying on the topic and not compromise and not stonewalling, and making sure at the end of the day that you are compromising, because that is the result of most confrontations, is that there is a level of compromise, meaning that probably about 70% of the issues that we fight about are perpetual. So there's going to be a lot of compromise in 70% of the issues being things that we're not going to solve, we're just going to manage a bit differently. So I hope that was useful. So remember today and tomorrow to be kinder to yourself than anyone else can be. I'll see you tomorrow.